Hello, good morning.
Show.
Power.
Shower.
Power.
Shower, Colin.
Power shower, man.
Yo, we are confident in the kidnap, you know.
What we do?
We want to kidnap and marry seat. We are come take it from money, you know.
Anne-Marie should have never won that seat in the first place. It was an indictment. It was an indictment that she became member of parliament. That's what I say.
Well, we are got court feet, you know.
Got court. Well, we're not ready. We have the law. We have the lawyers. All right.
And Colin.
Yeah, man. At the prime minister seat, we are going to court for. That seat we're going to court for. The prime minister seat.
And Colin.
Yeah, man.
We are confident that on seat. Better Monday, Tuesday, we get that seat there.
That was not electronic voting here. One could have rigged.
We are Monday, Tuesday, that seat they come to it.
All right, my boss. Big up yourself. Congratulations.
All right, Mr. Colin.
Yeah, man. Let me tell you something. And me I wait for the bloggers them, you know. All who say Portland ungrateful. Where them there? No call them for me, no, man. Send them some message for me, no. All who attack say we ungrateful down here. You don't know our story. Never walk a mile in our shoes. Morning.
Morning, Colin.
Hold on, the Marshal. Hold on. Hello, good morning. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show.
Colin, how you do?
Are you a vlogger or a blogger who say we're ungrateful?
Hello?
Are you one of the people who say we're ungrateful in East Portland?
No, man, I'm not from East Portland, but I follow your program.
All right.
I have friends down in East Portland who agree with what you're saying, and they're not even on our side.
Hold on there for me a little bit. Hold on. Yeah, Marshall, go ahead.
Yeah, man. Morning again, morning. Shower, man. Congratulations.
Yeah.
If your conscience set you free, say amen.
Hallelujah. Tell her.
No, I am saying, we're talking, look at the good work that Christopher Tufton done to the hospital.
Yes.
You realize when you go to the hospital, how quickly somebody attend to you?
Of course, immediately.
There's an MRI machine there, and had a scan machine for you to get looked after. You won't sit on a bed, and when you're dead, somebody come pronounce you dead. Those things are not Christopher Tufton correct them.
Yes.
Am I telling any lie on Christopher Tufton?
I don't know. Are you?
If he was doing bad, the people they wouldn't vote for the JLP.
Well, so, you know what I want to say to you though, Marshy?
Yeah.
We need to leave the Prime Minister alone now. The people have spoken and said that there's nothing wrong with what the Prime Minister is doing. There's nothing wrong with what Chris and in fact, you know, I'm not playing a hypocrite because 390,000 people said no. Yeah.
But something funny to me, do you know? Talking about the Prime Minister, I realize when the telecom system go down and where Paul Buchanan was leading him, and all the other boxes, the numbers was coming in, the telecom system never prevent nobody else vote from coming in, right? But only the Prime Minister's seat could not come in. And after with 87 boxes, 18 boxes leave, and from that 18 box, mighty God, man, that could not even have a table, you would have find some box when I have been one PNP night. Something no look good.
I hear Paul Buchanan say, hold on, Marshy, make a play Paul Buchanan, hold on.
According to the PNP candidate for West Central St. Andrew, Paul Buchanan, the preliminary results bear no resemblance to the history and data of the constituency.
This constituency has 13,400 voters. And never before has the Mullines division recorded the numbers we were seeing in any general election.
Mr. Buchanan is alleging the irregularities were concentrated at the polling stations in areas considered People's National Party strongholds.
At DuPont, in particular, the conflict in terms of the outturn or the outcome and the the numbers, the preliminary numbers, could not be supported.
At the Taylor Basic School, the Mall Road cluster, more irregularities, he claims.
Again, there we had significant numbers, so much so that after a visit by Andrew Holness yesterday, voting was ordered stopped inexplicably.
He says his team is also investigating the strange removal of several boxes.
Is that there were some boxes over Seaward Drive or the Seaward School cluster that went to the polling station long after everywhere else in Jamaica, despite the fact that it was about 300 yards away or 300 meters away between Seaward School and the counting center. And when my attorney asked for an explanation, they said that the responsible person was sick. Now, we'll have to go into that as far as the sickness is concerned, or who was the responsible person, whether as a presiding officer. So the question will be asked. Again, at Drews Avenue, where another of our strong...
You know, Marshy, you hear those complain?
Yes, sir.
Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the ways of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law do we meditate day and night. For we shall be like trees planted by the rivers of water, that bringeth forth our fruit in our season. Our leaves shall not wither, and whatsoever we do shall prosper. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show for yet another Tuesday evening. We're coming to you live from the studios of Portland Spice TV, right here inside of Portland, Jamaica, West Indies. We're live on Caribbean Radio, 97.9 HD4, Bro Gary Radio. Yeah, man, download the app on your phone, CaribbeanRadioHD.com. Download it. Check us out, yeah? My name is Colin Bell, and I'll be with you for the next 2 hours talking about anything you want to talk about. We talk about politics, religion, sex, sports. I don't know American football, though, yeah? I don't know American football where you play with your hand. I don't know that game there. But I'm versed on Caribbean sports. Yes, very versed on Caribbean sports. So we want to talk about all of that. The election was last week, Wednesday, 7 days ago. We had elections in Jamaica. I want to say congratulations to the Jamaica Labour Party for winning their first third term. Yeah, man. And I want to congratulate Comrade Isaac Buchanan as the Member of Parliament elect for Eastern Portland. Yeah, man, we have taken back what the devil took from us here in East Portland. And we hear a whole heap of Satan surrogates out there making a lot of noise. How could the people of East Portland? I don't know how many of you remember a poem, memory gem, the heights by great men reached and kept were not attained by sudden flight, but by day, while dear companions were sleeping. And we must be proud of that. And no, we're not. We're not. I want to thank Mrs. Anne-Marie Vaz for her service, for being the Member of Parliament for 6 years. I want to thank her for the time she spent as our Member of Parliament. For some people, it wasn't an easy ride. It wasn't an easy ride. Colin, you're lucky. Lucky with what? Andrea is saying, what service? She was the Member of Parliament, and she fixed the road from Alligator Church Bridge to Millbank. She did that. She fixed the road from Red Hills to Cornwall Barracks. She did that. And one of the part of Bellevue Road was Dr. Bloomfield, who made the recommendation for that. And she fixed 2 more little part on Bellevue Road. So that's 4. Trying to remember. She fixed Anchovy Gardens. So that's 6. Trying to remember the other roads that she have done. So maybe about 7 roads she did work on. About 7. I saw. Good evening. Hold on, caller. I saw the fish from down Rio Cobre put up a thing about monies that she gave to people after the market was destroyed by fire. I have a question for you. How much money did she collect? Because she went out and she seek assistance for the people. I think from memory, I know that she gave out about 20 million. But how much was collected and how much was given out to the people? Good evening. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show. We're live on Caribbean Radio.
Evening, Colin.
Hey, Marsh, you're first out of the block, brother.
Yes, man. Yes, man. You know, you're a music man. So
Yes.
you know about copyright.
Yes.
The quotation of the height of great men reach and kill. You just quote it a while ago, and you never tell the people that it's Anne-Marie Vard's version. That.
Oh yes.
Did she allow you? Did you get the right from her
to repeat it? No, you know.
To repeat it.
No.
Well,
so send the documents tonight, Junior and Samuels.
Because I know that's her version, and you just jump up and quote the woman.
And I drop the woman version without permission, even without requesting permission, sir. Yes.
No, Colin.
Yes.
I am convinced that Jamaica is one of the most peaceful countries on earth.
Yeah, man. We're peaceful.
Very peaceful. What took place last week? You think it could happen anywhere else in the world?
What took place last week, Marsh? What something went wrong?
Thief, theft, fraud, stolen, embezzle, kleptocracy, kleptomaniac, white.
So why did the PNP allow that to happen? The PNP couldn't do nothing to ensure that those things did not happen?
God, he knows. God Almighty. When a prime minister have the authority to close down polling stations,
I don't know. I know my brethren Conrad O'Brien spoke to Paul Buchanan a couple of times this week. I think I might try and see if I can get him on tomorrow. But I'm going to talk to Conrad in a little while to find out some of the information that he got from Paul Buchanan, because people are really up in arms about what happened in the Prime Minister's seat. I don't know what happened. I am just listening to the things that are coming out. What can you tell us?
Well, the little what I understand, the voter turnout island-wide is 39%. Oh, the Prime Minister get 93% turnout in his constituency. I would like to know something about that.
So that was the turnout, 93%?
93% is my understanding in his constituency. That's one of the things. And Buchanan was leading all the way until the two telecom system down. Vote was still coming in. Even though the system was down, vote were coming in from everywhere else. But none was coming in from West Central St. Andrew, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when it come in from West Central St. Andrew, because when the thing down, it was 87 boxes.
Yes.
18 boxes to come. Buchanan was leading by, if my memory serves me right, it's 105.
Yes.
And when the boxes finish, all of a sudden, all the other 18 boxes, I don't know how much, I think it's about 30 something. Buchanan get out of that. All the rest belongs to Andrew Wellness.
Well,
Box were taken away mysteriously.
Maybe the boxes were coming out of his stronghold. What about that?
Well, listen to this then. The distance between where the counting center is and where the box were taken, they drive a different route, go drop off police. That is illegal. You're supposed to take the box straight to the polling counting center. It shouldn't go anywhere else.
Yeah.
But surely they drive some ridiculous route, let off somebody else, and then you come around, come to drop off those boxes, something don't look good. And I can tell you, where Central Kingston is concerned, my brother, I've seen election run, and one side win and they recount, and sometimes the thing change, but I've never seen it change it, and the next man will lose, end up win by 70 vote.
And one of the excuses that I am hearing is that the wrong ballots go into the other party. Must be UPP or something envelope. Something I don't know, something can go, sir.
I'm asking one question.
Hallelujah.
What election of what the director of election name again?
Mr. Glasspool Brown, sir.
Work out of the office of the Prime Minister. Am I right or am I right?
No, sir.
Where my office is?
His office is not in the office of the Prime Minister. I think is the EOJ comes under the ministry of one of the ministries that the Prime Minister's head, because you know the Prime Minister heads quite a few ministries.
Upper Big Yard.
Yes, where they have the naughty corner.
Right. No, sir. Me really want to know. That man is going to walk up and collect the award Heroes Day.
He was given an award. He's going to be awarded on Heroes Day.
Him get an award, and I think Heroes Day must have go collect it.
Then,
something to that effect.
Why?
Yeah.
Sister Melrose, Sister Maxine.
Some other things that I heard, something not look right.
But Marsh, is the PNP gonna just sit down and allow the Prime Minister to be sworn in sometime this week?
Listen to me now. Me believe me am more comrade than Mark Golding, more comrade than Dayton Campbell. Me think me am more comrade more all of who in the PNP. But if the PNP sit back and allow this to go, well, I will never be a Labour, right? It is impossible. But I would ask the PNP never to call me comrade again.
So you hear anything like there is going to be a challenge? Shouldn't that be filed already?
Me hear them gather evidence, but me don't know how long that will take. Well, and when the Prime Minister get away with a lot of things, and the GLP get away with a lot of things, like how railroad will be get away, railroad are going to get away. We know all of that, right?
Mm.
And me have to put everything in one in the interest of time. Will Kamika Prince be the new director of public prosecution?
Tell her. You mean Kamika Prince, who was at the Integrity Commission?
And refused.
And the lady who said she found enough evidence to charge the Prime Minister. Yes. However, based on the passage of time, and there were no statute of limitation on the crime, but based on the passage of time, she would not charge the Prime Minister. That is the lady you're talking about?
That same lady. Will she become the director of public prosecution? And you know what that coming like?
What?
It's coming like this other man who said don't see nothing wrong with the Prime Minister.
Who is now the head of the FID?
And now the head of the FID.
But Marshy,
all of them there. Yes?
Is why they move Wayne Cameron from being the chairman of the Officers Association.
Thy kingdom come. Thy rule on earth begin. Have a nice day. Yeah?
Marshy, big
have
up
a
yourself.
Nice day. Yeah, man.
Big up yourself. This is the Colin Bell Show. We are live on Caribbean Radio. The number to call is 305-654-7944 or 876-804-7072. You can call me on that straight, or you can call me on WhatsApp. If you are in the US, 305-654-7944. Those are the numbers to call. I am a bit disturbed, and I can tell you straight up. I take that lose your hard. I take it very hard. Because as a patriotic Jamaican who is looking out for the best for my country and my countrymen, to have this Jamaica Labour Party government return to government, it's really a sad day for me. Me take it very, very hard. Yes, sir. Good morning. Good evening.
Yes, sir. I'm a vex. PMP lose. I know a whole heap of by voting. They are going. But I think well one them win Northeast St. Catherine where I live because I tell you the road bad. The road bad in the Northeast. Northeast St. Catherine is a farming area.
Northeast St. Catherine?
Yeah,
is
that's
that Raymond Price?
Not Raymond Price. Kerintia Morrison.
Oh, Kerintia Morrison.
So long the MP and not nothing.
Then, but
and
on
the young people my ball out right now.
So why on a vote Irene back?
No, me not vote. I'm a straight PMP, you know.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm a straight PMP, man.
But the people in vote Irene back.
Yeah, they vote Irene back. But me, so she not win by a lot of votes still.
Eh? But a win is a win in politics, you know.
Yeah,
see,
yeah.
Isaac Buchanan win by 181 and we consider that a massive victory.
Yeah, even yesterday when I was coming from Mobi, I passed one of the bus them where when I second hand bus them. It's passed it in Discovery Beer. Discovery Beer brought down.
Yeah.
You know that they have a route in Discovery Beer go Brownstone.
Yeah.
And so forth. Yeah, me pass it brought down. Empty. Just to drive all one.
I hear Dr. Gale is saying that if 1 out of 60 had breakdown, that's not bad. You have $1.4 billion. No bus shouldn't break down Monday morning. It should be 100 brand new coaster buses out there doing the thing. And Winfred Rattigan has written to the Auditor General asking her to investigate these buses. And there's also a letter online that we can also sign and send to the Auditor General to ensure that an investigation is done in the purchase and retrofitting of these 110 old buses. Only 60 out of them they already do.
Yeah, man. Brother Bell, you know, saying in East Poland, Stephanie Lisney, I hear that they move her from communication to ports.
Yeah,
but
man.
I never hear Marsh, Daddy Marsh was talking about that.
Yeah,
and I want to find out why they move her from communication to port because something not right there. So because since Isaac Buchanan with in East Portland, because I remember that a port is in East Portland. Because I have family band there now.
We have more than one port in East Portland.
Is going on. Yes. What they said?
We have more than one port here.
Yeah, but I'm saying that why Dr. Blake move her from communication era to head the head of port. Something not right because remember, you know, things always are passed through that era of East.
Yeah.
Because he's a East man in a Bull Bay St. Andrew originate from, but I live in St. Catherine now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So something not right there. So Mr. Bell.
Yeah.
I don't know if you could have checked out that one there and see and talk about it in your broadcast, live broadcast, when we hang up.
All right. So we're gonna ask them question there, but I have a question for the police. I have a question for the police in Portland.
All right, man. Go back in a class so other people can call you.
Respect.
Yeah, man.
May I have a question for the police, them at East Portland. Because my listeners and viewers, there have been some voice note going around since last week, Wednesday. And I'm going to play one, and I want to just warn my listeners that you might hear me beep out some parts because the voice note them have some profanities in them and we don't want them come out in the public. But I want you to hear this.
No foundation Jamaica not have under the People's National Party. Me watch world news yesterday morning. Our world news, the economy, the analysts say Jamaica have grown significant 100% underneath the Jamaica Labour Party. Grown 100% away from when they were under the present party, and then glad to realize Jamaica know what is growth and stability because only the Jamaica Labour Party did relate to Jamaica. But we see Miss Varda scratch, so we take her down. So if I that feel like he win, so he say make a sad mistake. If you know mind sharp, all by night the PNP office bundle. I that can come in a few years. As a matter of fact, in can if he not all when sheriff do in a constituency, we are gonna bring him down. We are going to make him look like fool. So put a liar some more, tell him that the rank plate income. We are going to make that look like fool and not care when lobby for. He can lobby some more, but he must come with everything. But that the only way we are going to allow free government to give him the money. He must come with everything to pencil to the key. And when we give him the money, we want to know that everything I come back, we have to get report everything and everything daily. There's nothing going because we are going to stand up in East Portland and make them know that and a Donald Rad and Broomfield and so the money thief. And anytime we see either start got the free money run a parish county, we are going to video it and set it on social media because that's what happen. When Dexter roll and I give them the free money, we are going to video them because then the corruption there. We can't come back to East Portland. When we done with Isaac, he might come like he never did win him. I go carry the day mama push him out. Remember, say me tell you that. Yeah, you think we done yet? You think we done yet? Oh, we not done yet. So they must go back to your blood clot. If your blood clot, you have to work hard yesterday. Because they must go back for the old pump. Yeah, but we're taking new pump, so no worry. Water problem just start. Because by the time we know the old pump, by the time next week it had broke down and water gone through and shield your pole and go right back at stage one we are go. Yeah? So you know worry himself. And we know what you know him no worry himself. The high that attack, we are gonna make sure that we are gonna keep track of everything because we are gonna bring him right down the ground. Because him not have no money. Yeah, we are all that either when I big up himself and all I promise and when I promise people, we are gonna start taking to social media now because we are gonna want them. Anything you see 1 month pass, and you see next month come and done, we can start go up on social media and the social media page them and all I promise is then we make we have those clippings and we're gonna make sure that for the rest of 4 years, all of them we are gonna hold him to them as labor right. So you know what he said. Don't make promises you can't keep, and we're gonna make sure of that.
So, you hear the man said the PNP office might burn down by night. There's another clip that he said that them are going to use dynamite and blow up some place we have clear dirt so that it mess up the water in the Rio Grande. I am calling on the police to make certain to pick up this man and find out what is wrong with him. We know who he is. So if the police don't know who he is, a lot of us know who is talking in those voice notes. So if him thinks that we don't know who, we know who is talking in the voice note. He lives in the fellowship division and we know him. Wait. We know who he is. And those kind of statements, I want to find the statement about the water. Want to find the statement about the water. Them clip your long obi. Because that statement about the water is very dangerous. Very, very dangerous. And the police should pick up this man already. Good afternoon. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show.
Big up, Mr. Fame.
What you say, brother?
I'm there, I listen, you know.
Wagwan.
Man, so are them winner and them so crazy.
Yes. You hear the kind of talk with the man I make, brother.
Mm.
Hear them kind of talk there. The PNP office might burn down by night.
So imagine if they never win.
Hold on, I think I find the one about the water because I want to hear the one when him talk about the water. It's dangerous. And people can't be making those kind of statements, my brother.
Yeah, more you do still.
Yeah.
The ratty thing, the Magnitsky.
Yeah.
Petition.
Yes.
They ask a call them to visit the thing and sign it, yeah?
The first one more want them to sign is the one to the Auditor General.
Yeah.
For us to get these 110 bus, the whole process must be audited by Pamela Monroe Ellis. We want that audit to be done because we are confident that somebody stole about $1 billion from the people of Jamaica.
Yes, man.
We need to find out.
And we need to cut out this corruption thing we are going to Jamaica. So we need the FBI to come investigate.
Yeah, man.
Yes, so may I ask if you just use your show and ask the people them to sign.
Well, somebody on TikTok is saying Mother Love spoke something and the police them lock him up. Well, we don't hear the dangerous part yet. We don't listen to this. Listen to this part, you know.
Done with Isaac. It might come like he never did win him. I was tired of the day, mama push him on.
Hold on.
1 month pass. I just say next month come and done. Weekend start go up on social media, the social media page, man. All I promises them we make, we have those clippings, and we're going to make sure it's for the rest of 4 years. All of them, we're going to hold him to them as labor right. So you know what he said. Don't make promises you can't keep, and we're going to make sure of that. And anytime you see him second long, we may make sure my friend and go back river. But if the land, the dirty, the clear mud there. And we are going to do like what it happened the last time. I mean, we see we no plan for him. When we go back river, we find even Dandemite. We are going to go Dandemite, clear mud. And make clear mud, we run in a Grandy again nearly 2 years. Watch we on him. And make him find resolution the people get clean pipe water. Watch we on with Isaac. So if you feel like, say, you might have a nice run here, tell him, say, get ready because it's going to be a rugged roller coaster scene.
Well. You see? You hear the man say? Them are going boom, them are going get clear mud. To boom up.
We have those clippings and we're going to make sure it's for the rest of 4 years. All of them, we're going to roll into them as labor right. So you know what he said. Don't make promises you can't keep, and we're going to make sure of that. And anytime you see him second long, we may make sure my friend and go back river. If the land, the dirty, the clear mud there. And we are going to do like what it happened the last time. I mean, we see we no plan for him. When we go back river, we find even Dandemite. We are going to go Dandemite, clear mud. And make clear mud, we run in a Grandy again nearly 2 years. Watch we on him. And make him find resolution the people get clean pipe water. Watch we on with Isaac.
804-7072. Good evening. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show.
Yes, Colin. Thanks for taking my call. Can you hear me clearly?
Yes, man. Hearing you clearly. Go ahead.
I have a question for you. The member of parliament who was caught for stealing taxpayers' money and went to the court and was found guilty. My question to you, will that person be getting a golden pursuit with her pension attached to it?
Who was that member of parliament? I don't know who was that. Who are you talking about?
Marisa and Vera Filbert.
Then she paid the fine already.
I mean, she was found guilty. That's what I'm saying.
She pleaded guilty. She pleaded guilty.
She was found guilty, mate.
She never plead guilty?
She was found guilty.
I think she plead guilty. She pled guilty.
Yeah, okay.
So whichever way,
she
accept guilt and she was fined. There was a fine and she paid that fine.
Yeah, she was caught stealing taxpayer money. Simple. My question is, will she get a golden parachute with her pension attached to it?
Well, she's going back to the parliament. She ran in the election on Wednesday and she came out victorious. And she's going back to the parliament.
Okay, so technically she will get a golden parachute with her pension attached to it.
She will get her pension attached to it. Of course she will.
So there's no accountability for people who steal from taxpayers, eh?
None at all. None at all. It's not that she filed late, and a late filing she have. She have a Mercedes Benz and never member say she have it.
Listen to me, man. Listen, Colin. Listen to me. We are not stupid, Colin. She's trying to steal from taxpayers.
But that's what the people of Jamaica want. That's what majority of the people of Jamaica want, though. And I need to just remind myself to not say the people of Jamaica, because a lot of people voted against corruption. But majority of Jamaica voted for corruption.
Well, Colin, the Bible tells you about that there's a generation who call good evil and call evil good.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
So, the Bible tells you about now there's a generation that call good evil and evil good.
So,
you know what I mean? And
Maxi Priest have a song where say when wrong seems right and right seems wrong, please be careful. So we now have to be careful.
Well, as I said, the Bible speak about it. There are some people they call good evil and evil good, and you have people who are sell them soul to the devil.
Yes.
You know what I mean? They literally sell to the devil. You see it. So anyway, my question is that young man who was on the your life talking about messing with the water in Portland.
Yes.
The good thing about it, he's committing crime on social media, which is very good. So
I am calling on the police of Portland to pick him up. He must be questioned.
Yeah, man.
And he must be referred to the doctors for psychiatric evaluation. Because if he's not psycho, then this is serious. So something needs to be done about it.
The good thing about it is committing this crime on social media. So, you know what I mean? So, it's good thing about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. And we know who he is.
Yeah.
He's known.
Anyway, I'm watching your show, mate.
Thank you very much, bro.
Bye.
876-804-7072. You hear where the man talk about the water in Portland. Can you all believe this? Sister Tanya, Sister Shermaine, Sister Maxine, I believe that this man needs to be picked up. And if when you pick him up, I think that he needs psychiatric evaluation. And if the psychologists them say nothing wrong with him, this is a serious crime. Go ahead, caller.
Colin.
Yes, sir.
Evelyn.
Welcome to Caribbean Radio.
Yeah, man. Thanks. I hope you're all right.
Yeah.
All right. Me have a few little points as I'm on touch point.
Go ahead.
One, you remember in the past, Macaulay said, me not like the fact that the EOJ in the Prime Minister's office.
Yes, you've been saying that, but the truth is...
Somebody tell you, but
no, but hold on.
What's done is done.
Hold on. The EOJ is not in the Prime Minister's office. Maybe owner put it. It's not in the Prime Minister's office, but it's under one of the Prime Minister's ministry. Yeah, right. So
almost the same thing.
So, the EOJ, I believe, should be independent of the government, just like the Integrity Commission. So, it's something that we will be talking about. I'd promised that I would bring somebody on one of these evenings to talk about it, and I will now move on it with some alacrity.
Yeah. All right. Remember, I'm just going to touch on a few other things. Remember, I said prior to the election, the night of the day of the thing, we need to have, at the end of proceedings, we need to have people monitor the boxes, the movement of the boxes. Some chicken thing going.
Well,
you will admit that things were not how they're supposed to be, right?
Based on what I am hearing from the constituency that the Prime Minister ran in, that's when we hear the most anky-panky. Me no hear everything else from others. I hear some vote buying and vote selling and voter suppression. I hear some things, but my biggest concern is to find out the truth of what happened in the Prime Minister's constituency.
Right. All right. Paul Patmore.
Yeah.
The party machinery need to come out and make a statement and to coalesce around him. To show, just to assure him and the wider population at large that they are in solidarity with him and they have him back and all of that.
What happened to Paul Patmore? What happened?
Maurice Dalrymple go and place man and a threatening man.
Yeah, I heard that some men turn up at his gate.
Yeah, in business place, they didn't find him there. They went to him at a house and they find him, got him mother-in-law. That's where they found him. So him personal bodyguard had to intervene and
suppose him did win. Suppose him did win.
That's the point I'm making, Colin. Suppose him to win.
If a man lose and them a behave, so suppose him did win.
Suppose PNP in general will win, Colin.
Box fire blade.
Yeah? Because if they're the winners and they're salty like that, you can imagine if they lose.
Oi! Tala!
Rabash. Yeah. May I tell you? You have a little girl named Patty, born 8th of June 2010. Vote in the Port Antonio region, come from Boundbrook. Check it out.
I get
still a 15-year-old.
Is it the same one that Wayne Lonesome put out?
Yes, that's where I got the info from.
Yeah, Wayne sent it to me. Wayne sent it to me.
And right, I think I sent it to you, but I don't know if you get to see because I know you're busy.
Wayne sent it to me. I saw it from election day. Wayne sent it to me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, man. And going forward with all this slate of MPs that went forward to represent, we have begged them, don't go nowhere. Stay there and still represent. Stay as a unit.
All right.
Jamaica need them.
All right, my brother.
Colin, Jamaica need them.
Yes, sir.
That's all my little 2 cents.
Yeah, man. Hello, good evening. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show. We're live on Caribbean Radio HD. Let me invite you to subscribe to my social media page. I am Shaka Fame on TikTok. SHACKAFAME. Beg you follow up on TikTok now, please. And of course, my YouTube channel is Portland Spice TV at YouTube. Please like, subscribe, and share. We are live every Tuesday and Wednesday evening on Caribbean Radio 97.9 HD4. Check it out, my people. Go ahead, caller.
Good evening, Colin.
Welcome.
One question more if you expound from me.
Yeah.
All right. So, more explain to the listeners then how a turnaround vote go in terms of like the essential. So on the day it was preliminary, they said that they won by 12. And then on the official count now, there's a 70 count swing.
What I am getting, the argument I am getting that there was a mistake with one box. The votes from that box that should have gone to what Williams' name? Whatever. Donovan Williams. The votes that should have gone to him was written down incorrectly in the name of the candidate from the third party. That's the argument I am hearing.
Yeah, but what someone was informing is that I think it's 4 persons is there when the count is happening. One from the PM, one from the JLP.
Maybe it's more than 4 now.
Because,
hold on, let me tell you who are the possible people. You have an indoor agent from the GLP and an indoor agent from the PNP. You have the poll clerk, you have the presiding officer. It is also possible that a voter could be in there because if you go vote at certain time, you can stay in there for the count. If you vote like last, you can stay in there for the count. There's also a possibility that the election day supervisor for the cluster could be in there. So
and no one was seeing that
so a
the
minimum
numbers was writing wrong.
A minimum of 4 people should be there witnessing the count. No,
so nobody never see the wrong thing I go up on the wrong side.
Why? I don't know.
No man, some chicky and everything go on this man. We need an investigation, I swear.
We need investigation. There's also allegation that people who were in line at 5 o'clock was not allowed to vote. Now that is dangerous. If that happened, whichever constituency that happening now, that election result should be null and void. Because the law states clearly that once you are in that line before 5 p.m., nothing should stop you from voting.
True. So
and that allegation is also coming from one of the group that observed the election, Cafe.
Yeah, some very serious questions.
Yeah, man, we can't ramp with the country's democracy.
Yeah, man. One last thing before I go, Colin.
Yes.
Yes. What was the reason for the what was the reason for the AJ to put out statement at 3 p.m. saying that there's a low voter turnout and voting has not finished?
All right.
What was the purpose of them posting that?
It's not just 3 p.m. So if on any election day, if you follow the news, at 12 o'clock, you would get what percentage the voter turnout is at that time. So they give you the voter turnout at different times. So that's usual. That's not unusual.
Oh, that's not unusual?
No, they give you that as the day go along. Because remember, you have the news, the media houses that are, some of them even position themselves at EOJ headquarters on election day. So anything EOJ have, them release it right away. So like for us at 11, all right, for the political parties, at 9 o'clock, you get a report from the polling station. You get one more report at 11 every 2 hours. So the same thing the EOJ is doing, and they give you the voter turnout at that time. So it's usual, not unusual.
All right, Colin. Thanks again for
Bless up. Bless up. Good evening. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show, live on Caribbean Radio, 97.9 HD4. Go ahead.
Yeah, Mr. Bell, evening.
Yes.
The argument of saying that in Eastern Kingston, now, Temptation Mr. Williams concerned today, where a lady said his mother died from 2010, and her name wasn't on neither the 2016, the 2020, neither the parish council election, but it come up on the election on last week.
No, I didn't hear that.
Yeah, because I listened to a program up to this morning, Bolo program, and the lady was talking. She said, as far as the concern, she says a labor call her because her mother was a well-known person. And her mother, the labor person, call her and tell her her mother didn't come up on election to last week Wednesday.
So did the mother vote?
Well, when Bolo asked her, she never said yes or no. She just laughed, right?
Because if the mother vote, you can find out, you know.
Then that's in it. Because somebody is calling in the same program say yes, it's the same thing. And our mother vote, and our mother dead and gone how much years ago.
So the mother voted, that's what you're saying?
Yeah, then a second person call in say it's our mother vote.
But that's dangerous if the mother gets a vote.
Eh?
That is dangerous now.
Yeah, because she said she upset because she called her brother a foreigner and tell her brother that is the first person. Right? Call her brother a foreigner and tell her about it, and her brother said she must come to make her concert. Because I said she go now EOJ, you know.
Yeah.
And with documents prove to them that his mother did from 2010.
Right.
Yet her mother didn't come up on the voters list for last week when they voting.
And voted.
Well, to she answer more like that, she never said yes. No, she just laughed. You understand? And a couple of other person, and if you get in touch with them, where them all of them.
Well, Georgia is saying that the lady was mad and will be taking it further.
You're right, because she said she not leave no stone unturned. She will get deep into it.
Well, as I said to you, if that name, if anybody voted in that name, it is very easy to find out. Because what I'll tell you and to all the listeners, once you vote in the election, we can know. We can't know who you vote for, but there's documentation there to say whether you vote or you didn't vote. But we just can't tell who you vote for. But every person who vote on election day, their names are recorded.
Yeah, man. So she lady said she'll take it up because she can't afford to make her mother didn't go for so much years and also her name and paper vote.
And she vote.
And she vote because
you see,
she never admit, she never say yes or no, but when Bolo asked her if she vote, she just laugh.
Let me tell you something. The EOJ needs a revamping now.
It's true.
It's time that we revamp the EOJ and get some people in the EOJ who are non-aligned, not aligned to any political party. Exactly. And that we have free and fair election. I think the police have a major role to play in our election by locking up people who are buying and selling votes.
You're right. Yeah.
Hold on. All right, my brother, we'll talk to Obi now because we want to get some of the information on what he got from Comrade Paul Buchanan. Thank you for the call.
Okay. Yeah, man. All right. Take care.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Blessings, man. So we have Obi on the line. Obi, what go on, brother?
Hi, Colin. How you doing, man?
Good day, I know. We are taking it easy. We understand that you have spoken to Comrade Paul Buchanan about that election day contest between himself and Andrew Holness, Prime Minister-elect of Jamaica. What you can tell us?
Indeed, Colin. Good evening again to yourself and your viewers and listeners. Yes, I spoke with Paul Lennox Buchanan, the candidate for who ran against Andrew Holness in West Central St. Andrew.
Yes.
As a matter of fact, I actually had a two-part interview with him because yesterday when he was on with me, we had a power outage on the studio and the backup generator.
Hold on for me, Obi. Hold a sec. Don't move. Hello, good evening. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show.
Hello, Colin. Good
yes?
afternoon.
Good
Are
afternoon.
you hearing?
I'm hearing you.
Okay. I was just reading a story on Google on my phone. The headline says, EU observers say ruling party stacked the deck in Guyana elections.
Mm-hmm.
I think you could refer that story. It was very interesting. And I'm looking at the bigger issue of democracy and fair, one man, one vote, fair across the board.
All right. I'm going to ask you to hold on for me because I have Conrad on the line before you. All right?
Okay. All right.
Yes, Obi.
Yeah, man. So, as I was saying, Colin, that, we had a power outage yesterday. So, we started the interview, and just as Paul was about to get into some really juicy matter that happened. So, we had him back today for the second part of the interview. And I must tell you, Colin, that it's quite a revelation.
Yeah?
Quite a revelation indeed, because I tell you something. On the flip side of what happened in 1997 with the former candidate there, Dr. Blake.
Yes.
We are seeing something almost mirroring that, but on the flip side, because what Andrew Holness did at the time was to contest the situation about the number of votes that would have come out of a particular area would have been too low, too high rather.
Yes.
And he contested on that basis. On this time around, Paul Buchanan is contesting that what is reported certainly in the Malines division, which is the bastion of the People's National Party, is extremely low, and certainly something seems to have gone awry there. Mm-hmm. So he has assembled his legal team. I gather that through my investigation, I gather that he will be represented by Michael Bastiana, King's Counsel, and maybe there are other persons who will form a part of that former ever team, but everybody knows that Michael Bastian is as good as they come in the legal fraternity,
right?
You know, a King's Counsel. So you recognize that he's not leaving anything to chances.
Obi.
But
so will that court case be filed before Andrew Holness be sworn in?
Absolutely, it will be.
And then the question is, if that what is called an election petition, right?
Yeah.
If that is filed, can he be sworn in?
Yes, I think he can. If we were to go by from memory what happened in 1997 with Dr. Blake, because Dr. Blake actually was sworn in and I think sat in the parliament. But based on the case, as soon as the result came out, or it was basically said that, you know, this is the way the election will have to be rerun in certain area, then he had to vacate the parliament because he would be deemed a stranger in the house. So the same thing will occur with Andrew Holness. But Colin, as I said before, is that the two cases mirrors each other on the just that they are kind of paradoxically in the reverse area. One for a small number, one for a higher number. And of course, you know, Colin and listeners, that what we talk about, or certainly what the lawyers talk about, and we in media always report, is precedent. So there's a precedent in this constituency that Paul Buchanan and his legal team will be banking on. So when he said it to me today, and from a layman point of view,
yes,
I saw it as a kind of no-brainer. And this one seems as if it's definitely heading for a rerun.
Right. So that's my point, Obi. What if the court rules on a rerun? The Prime Minister does what?
The Prime Minister has to step down. He has to step down because he would be deemed not a member of parliament.
He would be deemed a stranger in the house?
Absolutely. You know, so he would have to basically step aside. There wouldn't be a situation of a resignation or anything, because in the first place he would have gotten there illegally or contrary to the process that should take him there. So it's simple, straightforward, cut and dry. Once the court basically ruled that, listen, the anomalies that was there, deemed the Prime Minister wasn't elected properly, then
right,
certainly he would have to vacate the house. And then the country could not run without a prime minister. So those on the governing side, the side with the majority, they would have to come together and choose one among them to be the prime minister. That now, and that person who is elected as prime minister, or selected by his peers as being prime minister, he would not be duty bound to vacate the seat, unless there would have to be an arrangement in place. There would have to be an arrangement in place to say that, listen, we know that Andrew Holness is the leader of the party. We want him to be prime minister, so that, you know, that would be the situation.
But go ahead, Obi.
Or on the other hand, they would probably have to take another vote among themselves in parliament. But let's say that, you know, those who the person who is selected garners the majority, then Andrew's votes will be cooked.
And the majority can also mean votes from the opposition.
Well,
there's no there, Obi. That's cut and dry. If there is a vote in the parliament and the opposition chooses to support one or the other, they are parliamentarian, because it is he who have the majority of the support in the parliament.
Indeed. You're indeed correct on that, Colin. So it's really a kind of messy situation. But you know, Colin, I want to say this because this is why it is important for our democracy and our electoral process to be pristine.
Yes.
To be pristine.
Yes.
And one would imagine that the constituency that is represented or held by the Prime Minister should be the benchmark of the democratic process. Therefore, we should not hear the tinkering as to what happened in the constituency. For example, both Paul and a young lady from the constituency, her name is Tika, they reported that you know, the Prime Minister, along with police officers, basically stopped voting at a basic school there. The basic school, I think it's called the Pentecostal Basic School or the Taylor Basic School, you know. So it is indeed messy, Colin. And when you look,
but how can the Prime Minister stop voting? What gives him that authority?
As I said, Colin, that's the allegation that's reported to me, and I asked the same question because the Prime Minister, or anybody would not have the legal right or the legitimacy to stop voting. I think that directive would have to come from the EOJ based on, you know, whatever they would be seen happening untoward there. But for the Prime Minister or any other candidate to insert themselves and stop the voting process, certainly that is not admissible.
But we have heard other reports in other election where the Prime Minister going to polling station and all kind of shenanigans take place.
Well, I must tell you, Colin, that, you know, down in Clarendon during the by-election, we saw where Ed Bartlett, Minister of Tourism, he was basically trying to railroad himself into a polling station. And I can tell you that the comrades there who were there present at that time, at that by-election, they demand that no, they would not allow it. But we are also hearing that no less a person than Mrs. Holness, because I want to address her in her own right. You know?
Yes.
Mrs. Holness, she actually did the similar thing in her constituency of East Rural St. Andrew, where, you know, they barge into the polling station and so on and so forth.
Well,
these are
as a candidate,
As
a candidate, you have a right to go inside the polling station.
5 minutes.
No, you can be in there for longer than 5 minutes.
Longer than 5 minutes.
Yeah, man, you can. However, if you are going to stay longer than 5 minutes, then your indoor agent would have to excuse herself or himself.
Okay. Fine. Well, I don't know if any of those procedures were followed. You know, but we're reporting as the report comes out. There's also another thing in the West Central constituency, Colin.
Yeah.
As it's reported, it was how the route, they describe what is called the courier route.
Yes.
As to how
when you move in the ballot box.
Ballot box must be transported. And we gather that there was basically almost around the world traveling up those boxes to the counting center. And that is also another area that Paul Buchanan basically spoke to. However, he believes that just on one ground, the number of votes there in the Malines division, he believes that alone make his case airtight, and he doesn't even need to look at those other things. But I'm sure that the legal luminaries
will look at it.
They will be look at it, things in a holistic manner.
The thing that I'm not sure about, though, Obi, is that if there's a challenge before you're sworn in, I don't know if you can be sworn in. I need to check. We need to check that one. If the challenge come before, if you're sworn in before the challenge, I think you remain. But if the challenge comes before to find the election day null and the result null and void, we need to find that out from a lawyer.
No, I spoke to Senator Brown, and I think I got some clearance on it.
Talk to me then.
That you can't file an injunction to stop the person from swear in. However, However, once this process triggers and the court basically rule on it, then, as I said before, the constituency now would become vacant.
Once the court rules. Okay.
Because the member that would be elected certainly would have been elected improperly.
Hold on, Obi. Hold on, let me help some people in the chat room. Because I said to you a while ago that the candidate can stay in the polling station for longer than 5 minutes. And I see Ruthlyn Matthew saying, no, Colin, 5 minutes. Nardi saying longer than 5 minutes and shut down voting. Well, let me tell you how it works. The candidate, the indoor agent inside the polling station is an agent for the candidate. So if the candidate comes in, the candidate have 5 minutes. When that 5 minutes up, the other indoor agent or the presiding officer can say your time is up, you have to go, or your agent has to go. Both of you can't be in there. So the candidate can say to the agent, okay, come out, I want to stay longer. And the candidate now operates as the indoor agent. Yes. So the candidate can stay in there longer than 5 minutes. But
under those conditions.
Under those conditions. Two of them can't be in there. So it's either the indoor would have to go after 5 minutes or the candidate leaves. All right. So let's go back now, Obi, to this whole thing with Paul Buchanan. You are saying that the votes coming out of the Mullines division makes him believe that he has a hair-tight case.
Absolutely, and I think I know it would be a little bit. You probably get them late, Colin, so you probably wouldn't be able to unpack them.
I'm going to try play one. They're a bit long. I think one is 13 minutes and one is 7 minutes.
Yeah.
I see one for exactly which. I see one for 20 seconds. I don't know if there's something on that one.
I'm not even sure because I know tell you that.
Yeah, it's 20 seconds.
But certainly in Paul's own voice,
yes.
He spoke to the situation there, and as I said before, he is extremely confident, and he said he's not doing it on his behalf, but he's doing it for the people.
Yeah, man, you need to do it for democracy.
West Central.
You need to do it for democracy. And as you said earlier, something like this should not be happening in the Prime Minister's constituency. But then what can you expect when the Prime Minister's statutory filing cannot be certified for over 3 years, when the Prime Minister told us that he searched far and wide for the people in the illicit six and he got no answer when he was one? There's a whole heap of things that we have to look at this Prime Minister and really wonder.
Yeah. Certainly, Colin. And in your neck of the woods, before I get back into the meter thing with Paul, in your neck of the woods there, Colin, I think that the police and the Prime Minister should ensure that our arrest is made. There's a young man whose voice is captured and some social media thing, and very, very menacing and threatening. He actually talk about threatening what he will do with even the water. And when you talk about water, you really talk about mass destruction that you could get into, because there are so many people that tap into a particular water.
Hold on, Obi. Less people don't know what you're talking about. Hold on.
Right. So you know what he said. Don't make promises you can't keep. We're going to make sure of that. And anytime you see him fake along, we may make sure my friend ain't got back river. If the land, the dirty, the clear mud there. And we're going to do like what it happened the last time. I mean, we think we're not plan scene. When we go back, we find for Dandemite. We are going to go Dandemite, clear mud. And make clear mud running a Gandhi again nearly 2 years. Watch we on him. And make him find resolution the people get clean pipe water. Watch we on with Isaac. So if you feel like, say, you might have a nice run here, tell him, say, get ready, because it's going to be a rugged roller coaster field.
Obi?
Yeah,
we know who he is. We know who he is.
So the police job is quite easy.
Very. Very.
And we have seen, Colin, where young men and even young women in Jamaica have done less than that. Less than that, basically just targeting one person, and we know that they are found, you know. So let alone.
Obi?
Yeah, so let alone, Colin, you know, you're talking about threatening thousands and thousands
I
of
don't know if
people
you heard the
by
one that he said the PNP office might burn down by night. You heard that one?
No.
Hear this one. Let me make you hear it. Because he also said that the PNP office might burn down by night.
Jamaica out of the 90s and the uncle thing no bomb clock, man. Then was a government worker, then get double money. No more. No, not all. No foundation Jamaica no have under the People's National Party. Me watch world news yesterday morning. Our world news, the economy, the analyst say Jamaica have grown significant 100% underneath the Jamaica Labour Party. Grown 100% away from when they were under the present party, and then glad to realize Jamaica know what is growth and stability, because only the Jamaica Labour Party developed to Jamaica. But we see Miss Barbara scratch, so we take her down. So if I that feel like you win, so if you make a sad mistake, if you don't mind sharp, all by night the PNP office bundle. I that can come in a few weeks.
You hear him? All by night the PNP office burned down.
Absolutely, Colin. That is the man threatening and basically opining on the democratic process, disgusting with what took place and so on, and expressing his view as to what he will do or what he thinks should happen. The police must be have interest in this.
Must, and I would also recommend that when they pick him up, they take him for psychiatric evaluation. If the man is sick, I want him to get medical attention. But if he's not sick, he must feel the full force of the law. You can't threaten. There's freedom of speech, you know. But you can't go threaten, say you're going to do whatever to the water supply. What? You mad? Must be mad. It must be mad.
Colin, I'm sending you right now another clip. This is from yesterday, and it is from the voice of a worker. I think she's a cluster manager in there. Her name is Tika. You know, as I also had her on yesterday.
Yeah.
You know, she called in and basically expressed grave concern there. I send you that because that basically I can attest to that you have some clear things that she brought to the fore. There's also another thing, Colin, in that you understand this process very well. What is the import of the pink slip, Colin, and how should they be handled?
All right, so the pink slip comes up when the counting is finished on the day of election. So every box is counted in the polling station that you poll your vote. And when it's finished, the GLP gets I think they get a green slip and we get a pink slip. And those slips tells you how many votes are cast in that box, how many for the PNP, how many for the GLP. And that is what we as political parties use on the evening. So we get the election result before it is announced on TV, because once that counting is done at the polling station, that report comes to us and we do our tally. So when the box gets to the official counting center, it should mirrors what is on that pink slip.
Yeah, I ask you, Colin, because what happened, there is a concern there that these pink slips, they're not in the custody of the PNP as we speak now, and Paul is basically alleging that there could be some amount of collusion that took place as well. So
but hear this, Obi. Hear this. When the counting of the ballots are completed in the polling station, what is called a preliminary count, and Team Rose is saying it's a certificate of preliminary poll. that should be the indoor agent signature should be on that slip. So remember I said earlier, each candidate has an agent in the polling station. So the PNP candidate have an agent, the GLP candidate have an agent, and if there's a third party or an independent, they are also allowed to put an agent in there. When you count off, all the agents must sign that slip. And then the indoor for the PNP for each candidate gets a copy of the certificate.
Well,
so it is in a book. And
so
if the PNP indoor don't turn over that slip, then that indoor must give account for that slip. Why you don't have the slip? What you do with it? Because normally in our situation, I request that all slips be handed over to the cluster manager once you come out of the polling station. And the cluster manager must hand them over to me and I give them to Party Central.
Well, I tell you, Colin, it is very, very interesting because based on the information, based on the information that we are receiving, both from the PNP candidate and cluster manager, I was there. Those pink slips have not been handed over, and the question is being asked: whose custody are those pink slip in?
But if they were not given, to the indoor at the end of the count at the polling station, that's a breach. The presiding officer must give each agent their copy of that certificate or receipt.
Interesting.
Come here, Nats. Let me talk to somebody who has worked as an indoor agent before, because we have some experience in all this work. And if what you are saying happened, that Paul Buchanan, indoor agent, did not get that slip, something went awry. And of course, I would have questions for that indoor agent, because in your training, there's two things. When the poll open in the morning, you must count. When poll close, drop one chair. When poll close, you must count and also ensure that you have the same amount of ballot. Hold on, Obi. Hello, good evening, caller. We're coming right back to you. Just hold for me. Nats, you work as an indoor agent before. Tell us how the pink slip. Hold a sec. All
right, so it's called a tally sheet. So both indoor agents for the PNP and the JLP get a tally sheet at the end of the day. So when the ballot box is open, they would take out the ballot paper, open up the ballot paper. So you're going to write JLP on one side, PNP on the other side. Then they will take out this one. Isaac Buchanan. We mark a tick. Isaac Buchanan.
Tally sheet.
Yeah, man. Hold on. Let me tell you. That's the tally sheet. All right. So we mark each one that comes out for Isaac Buchanan, and then they mark each one that come out for Anne-Marie Vaz. At the end of it, we check up everything and we write the total at the bottom. We are given a slip, like a receipt, at the end of everything. The indoor agent for both parties signed off on it that this is the total that we got. The indoor agent, both indoor agents, plus the presiding officer signed the same paper, the poll clerk signed the same paper, and the supervisor signed the same paper. So everybody have to sign the paper.
So that's 5, 6. What about the poll clerk?
So the poll clerk, the presiding officer.
So it's 5 signatures.
Right. And everything, the pencil, the amount of ballot paper that leave, everything going to a separate envelope, and everybody have to sign on that paper. So this is the amount that went into it. So everything is recorded. So even if they throw away the ballot box, we still have the receipt to show.
One of the things Obi is saying to me is that Comrade Buchanan is saying that the pink slip from certain PD, the PNP don't have it. How can that be possible?
I don't see where that should be possible because everybody normally have something to show. Everybody's signature that works in the polling station in that PD for the day, signed to it.
So Obi,
all right,
she not really tell you nothing different from what I told you.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing now, Colin.
Yeah.
And that is where this little word, collusion.
Oh yes, you did use that word. You did use that word.
You know, and Paul is not leaving. Paul Buchanan, he is not leaving any stone unturned in that regard. So it's really a very, very interesting scenario. Very interesting scenario. And as I said before, the last constituency that we should be having these kind of situation in is the constituency that is represented by the Prime Minister. It should be a model.
It should be.
Shouldn't it be a model of a constituency?
Hold the line of the caller gone. I was about to take another call. But this is serious. This is serious, and we don't believe that this should be allowed to slide. We should stamp out irregularities in our election. That what Natalie is saying, that is why your indoor agent is critical to the process.
Absolutely.
Obi, me train my indoor them myself, you know.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I also brought up Comrade Doreen Campbell from West Portland to train the indoor agents in the fellowship division.
Mm-hmm.
Practical training, Obi, not a lecture. Role play.
Colin, here is it. And the training is absolutely important.
And not just the training, but loyalty of your indoor.
That's exactly where I'm heading. You know, people credibility has to be really the centerpiece of this. Because as I said, no, you know, the whole business of words such as collusion and so on enter the fray.
Yes.
Because why wouldn't those pink slip be in the custody of official dumb
the indoor
the
agent,
party?
each agent, because if you have a third party, the third party is also allowed an indoor agent. So every agent who is in the polling station should come out with a receipt of what took place, how many people voted, how many ballots they got in the morning, how many ballots were not used, how many were used, how much for the PNP, how much for the GLP, how much for the other side. All of that's supposed to be on the receipt, my brother.
Good. So three things. Training important, loyalty, and you need people with not just a little sense, but quite a bit of common sense who understand their role.
Hold on this. See the pink slip here? Hold on there. See the pink slip here, people. Because as I said to you, we as divisional leaders, which Natalie is a divisional leader, I am a divisional leader, we're supposed to get these from our indoor agent at the end of voting. See them, the signature them on it. Yeah? We're supposed to get these. This is the tally sheet that they use to tally up before them write up the receipt. So this is the tally sheet. Let me show the people them on TikTok too. Let me about the pink sheet. Let me show them what a pink sheet look like. This is what the pink sheet look like. So you're supposed to have this at the end of voting. Yeah? The indoor supposed to come out and hand this to the cluster manager. So it says 74, 116, none no spoil. All of that right, pan it, you know? All right, so this one, you get this one as well. You get this as well. Oh, you know what? I said the name of the presiding officer. But this as well. Right? But these are public documents, you know. These are not really, they're not really private documents. But we just don't want to show you the name. But that's how they look. And every agent must come out of the polling station with a set of those papers, and them to your cluster manager. And the cluster manager, we sometimes even have to drive around and pick them up, OB, because we check them off to make sure that what is counted is what is said. So we will look forward to Paul Buchanan challenging the outcome of that constituency. What's the name of the constituency again, OB? I don't remember.
West Central St. Andrew.
West Central St. Andrew. Prime Minister Andrew Holness versus Paul Buchanan of the PNP.
Indeed, Colin, just before I go, I want to say two things quickly.
Yeah.
In the interview, the last one that I sent you, there from Tika, there was a question raised about the supervisor, from the EAJ supervisor. Someone voted and the person approached the supervisor and said the ballot had spoiled or something like that.
Yeah.
And the supervisor handed this person a new ballot. I was saying that, I need a little bit more clarity on that.
That
However,
is legal.
My understanding is that is legal.
Yes, it is.
So one more ballot. What you're allowed as a supervisor to issue one more ballot. So I just want to say that. So when that comes up in the clip that you play,
yes,
you have clarity on that. The other thing that I want to say quickly, Colin, is that over in Central Kingston there, Steve McGregor is also heading to the court when I spoke with him. And I gather that all of about 200, well, I don't know if he said, I don't remember if he said 250, but 200 plus spoiled ballots or rejected ballots show up for him.
Oh?
200 and about 250.
Tell
So
hold on. I saw a media release from Steve McGregor, I think it was yesterday, saying that his lawyers are saying that he shouldn't be going. There's no need. They don't see any road to victory, so they're not going to court. That has changed?
Well, put it this way. I spoke to Paul. I'm sorry. I spoke to Paul and to Steve on Sunday.
Yeah.
I spoke to him on Sunday, and that communique came from him on Monday. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
So if the communique from Monday is the latest one, then certainly maybe that's the decision.
Well, definitely, I will make some calls about that one.
Because he was actually arguing, Colin, that what you had was a positive 12 vote for him.
Yes.
At the end of the poll and at the
official count
or the final count, he ended up with a deficit of 78.
Yes.
So it's almost 90 votes that. Yeah, that would be 90, yes? 90 votes, a clear 90 votes that he would have lost there,
Yes.
And so, I don't know, if he said that, then maybe that's based on his lawyer, because he told me as a fact that he was going to meet with his attorney. So let's see. But Colin, I'll continue to listen.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you very much.
God bless you. Bye-bye.
Mm-hmm. I remember before nomination day, Electoral office was asking us to send the names of the indoor agents. And because I don't trust them, I didn't send my names until late. And this proved to me that they cannot be trusted. When they know your indoor agent, they can always approach them and ask them to do favors. So, trust me, I don't trust EOJ.
Hello, good evening. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show. Hello, good evening. Them kind of argument, they're scary. It's very scary. And we are aware that we have to be careful when it comes to our indoor agent as it relates to election day operation. These are people that you have to have confidence in and ensure that they have your back. Because it is strange. That will be saying to me that the pink slips are not in the custody of the PNP.
To watch the box and secure the box. You've been traveling in your boots 10 o'clock in the night over toilet. Nobody does that. Myself and the councillor caretaker, Rootstone, we went to tour the boxes and the clusters over toy, which by themselves is in the fence. So they have 17 PD out of 34 in the Olympic division over toy, a virtual garrison that you can't even go through. So, but by itself is a case study in intimidation, and I don't know how that has gone forth over the years, but under my representation, there's nothing that I would not accept, and I bring to the Jamaican people. You need to look at that. We have asked the EOJ to spread out. There are some underserved clusters, like even Sister D, which is close by, but over the road, and it makes a difference.
Hold on,
Put some
Carla.
of the boxes there. There are others
Good
outside, but you can't have half
Mr.
of the
Bell. Good
boxes.
evening.
Yes, sir. Good evening.
I would love you to see if you can get Paul Buchanan on the program.
I will try and get him for tomorrow evening. I won't get him for this evening
because if what that young lady saying, your co-worker and your right?
No, that's Comrade Natalie
saying,
Wright, who is the divisional leader for the Fury division. That is somebody who has been working as an indoor agent from she was about 18 years of age. So that is somebody who is well experienced in how it works on the inside.
If that is saying, right? And then Paul Buchanan say his agent never get a pink slip. Then it's a serious breach on both EOJ or his agent then. You don't think so?
It is an indictment on the agent, but we would need to hear why the agent didn't get the pink slip or how come the agent didn't get the pink slip. We would need to hear that and to evaluate that explanation. What happened there? Wasn't she handed that pink slip or was she told something? So if those are the case, then there are some things to be investigated.
You ever about a prize council candidate named Mark King in Marvel Division?
Name what?
Mark King.
In which division?
Marvel Division.
Not sure. No, not doesn't.
All right. I can remember after the day after the prize consultation result, I went over to Marvel and there was a meeting between the candidate and his team. And there was one indoor agent never at the meeting. One. And the argument was that them saw that agent and the then Minister of Finance in dialogue. Right? And you kill the people dead. That's where Mark King lost the election.
Okay.
Right? So when people don't have trust and desperate for money, anything can take place.
Yeah, man. Well, you see, money answer it all things, the Bible tells you. It also tells you that the love of money is the root of all evil. And then you have some people that will tell you that every man have a price. Well, for certain things, I have no price.
Yeah, because let me tell you something. You see, they know how they get us set up. They know some of the people not have much integrity in them. So they want to give them something, a value which look hard to refuse on the face of it.
Well, I am glad that Paul Buchanan is going to investigate this to the T and not going to just leave it, you know? Hold on for me. Hello, good evening. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I said, if after the plenary count...
Talk up in the phone.
After the plenary count...
Hold on, caller. Do you have me on speaker or you have in a headset? Please, those don't work. Just use the phone as regular phone, talking on the phone for me. Go ahead, please. Hello, good evening. Hello? All right, we're not hearing him. We don't know him gone. But if when you call, don't use speakerphone or don't use a headpiece. It doesn't work so well with the broadcast. All right, let me go back to Sam. Yes, Sam. Sam?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
And,
Finish up.
And there's something I want you mash down.
What?
There's this blogger going around that Mark Colin should resign.
Resign
for
for
his last election.
Resign from what?
From the leadership of the PNP.
Are they members? Hold
on.
Are they members of the People's National? Are they members of the People's National Party? It is the members.
Some of them could be.
It is the delegates of the People's National Party that choose the leadership. All right?
No. I know what they're doing. They're trying to fuel the fire.
Yeah. Trying to bring disunity in the party. Hold on, Sam.
Yeah, they know
Hold on. Hello, good evening. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show.
Good evening, Colin.
Hey, Junior.
What's up?
Boy, with day I value this whole thing, yeah.
What is the opportunistic cost of integrity?
The opportunistic cost of integrity. Talk to me, Junior. Tell me.
You follow our OB talk to you about a while ago?
Yes, man.
You listen to everything him say?
Yes.
You listen to all the criticisms what took place during the last election?
Yes.
Somebody would do that for free?
No.
So what is the opportunity cost of integrity? The money that somebody collect through this election, you know.
Yes.
And it can't be adequate money, you know.
No, but these people,
election,
these people have a whole heap of money, you know.
It's big money, you know.
That's lot of money them have.
So remember now, you know, anybody who collect the money can't carry it into our national bank, you know. It have to go through offshore bank, you know, because it's US dollar. That going to be in. It can't be Jamaican money.
Where you say a US them get it, you know?
Yeah, it has to go in US. It can't go through our local bank. Because anybody see that would know exactly the red flag.
Brother?
You see how life go? The other thing, I never get to congratulate you on Isaac winning.
Okay.
And I know you assisted. So I want to congratulate Isaac, congratulate the people of Portland, and congratulate the party itself for winning their seat. It's very important.
Well, it made the Labour right them sound like them lose government. Me never know say I saw East Portland seat critical.
If you look at the scenario, I don't know in whose book, but if you look in my book, Isaac would have been the Attorney General, you know.
How we are say? I dare say you put him?
Look at all the names in the party.
Hold on for me. Hold on, Junior. Hold on. Hello, good evening. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show.
Good evening, my brother.
All the line are coming back to you. Yes, Junior.
If you look at all the names in the party,
yeah,
the Attorney General would fit Isaac becomes a constitutional lawyer.
Yes.
You need somebody who is very efficient
and
on the
versed,
Constitution.
And versed on the Constitution, yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
The other thing too, why it burned them so much that Isaac win, you know? The northern side of Jamaica controls a lot of ports, you know. And the sea is on that side.
Yes.
And there's a lot of products that transship between certain parts of America and the south side. through the waters on the northern side of Jamaica. So it is very important to win certain areas like Trelawney, where there's a port, St. Anne, where there is 2 ports, and Portland, where there is also more than 1 port.
Well,
so it is very important to control those areas.
Oh?
Yeah.
Oh?
So the fact that Isaac won, him damage the status quo.
Oh, Lord! Tell her!
If you look at the chess game that the government is playing with the police force, you'll notice that they change the person in charge of the port.
Yes.
And don't look away to you.
Well,
just follow the
but
the
hold
pattern.
on. Tell me something. Who was in charge of the port?
I don't remember exactly
wasn't it Wayne Cameron who was the chairman of the Police Officers Association? And him did in charge of ports.
I'm not sure, but I want to think so. But I remember I said that man step on somebody calling, you know.
Hello.
So because step on the man call, the man have feelings.
Yes. Man to abon him.
Yeah. So they make changes and they put what they want to put at the port now. Because I remember now, you put somebody at the port now that's a media person. So they can come with all the excuse and spin the facts.
Yes.
Because that is the purpose why they put her there, you know. Because she was always a media person.
Yes. Yes. So, communication.
Something going on. Isaac win, him challenge the status quo of Portland. Because I remember, you know, I can remember something in Portland years ago. When you go to Portland on a weekend, all you see around the town was diplomatic license plate.
Yes.
Every car you see when you pass, you have a diplomatic license plate on it. I don't know if that is happening now. Because what happens is that the diplomats now are like Portland, you know. But because a certain type of product now is very popular in the Portland era, them take with themselves.
Oh.
Remember, you know, they see the white lady and certain people are all in bed together, you know.
Junior, I'm going to take a next call here. A little more. 804-7072. Thanks for holding. Go ahead, caller.
Yes, man. No, what Natalie was explaining to you earlier.
Yeah.
Read the voting process and the indoor agent.
Yes.
Right? You don't need, when the EOJ is going to be asking you for your indoor agent, the name of your indoor agent, it's a dangerous game.
No, they do. And let me tell you, they do because it is the EOJ that pays the indoor agents. So they want their name, they want them telephone number, and they want them TRN so that they can organize payment.
That should be something that is submitted at the end. I tell you why. You know that on the morning of the election, right?
Yes.
Before they open the poll, they have to count all the ballots, right?
Yeah, man. And the indoor agent has to present.
If an indoor agent, if you're an indoor agent who you selected is not there, they're supposed to go outside and call somebody on the inside to represent your party at that counting. It's not supposed to go without somebody there.
No, man.
There should be a representative.
Hold on, Nats. If your indoor is not there, they can go ahead without you.
No, they're supposed to get somebody from the outside.
Hold on,
call
man.
on your outdoor agent.
Hold on.
To represent you.
Hold on. Each candidate, let me not even use political party.
Right.
Each candidate must ensure that their agent is present for the opening of poll. If your agent is not present, the EOJ can go ahead. The presiding officer, the poll clerk, the supervisor, and if another candidate agent is there, they go ahead without your agent. You must ensure that you have somebody in there.
But
hold on. You also have what is called an appointment slip that has to be signed by each candidate for that indoor agent to be accepted in there. So you can't just call anybody.
In the past, I know that what used to happen, if the indoor agent is not there for the start of the, because polling station must open at 7. Right?
Yeah.
Polling station must open at 7.
That hold on. At 7 o'clock, caller. At 7 o'clock, the counting off of the ballots and all of that's supposed to happen already.
Done already.
So,
Exactly.
So your indoor, our indoor, hold on. Our indoor agents are supposed to be at the polling station at 5:30.
6 o'clock.
5:30.
Yes. 5:30, whatever. All right.
But if they are not there, the presiding officer, the poll clerk, and the supervisor will not wait on you, sir. They will.
Natalie, in the past, I know, because I used to work in the process. And and that was what was taught then, if it is that the official indoor agent was not there, you could call somebody from the party.
No, man, the cluster
outside to represent the cluster manager. All right.
No, man, the cluster manager must ensure that somebody is inside here.
So
yeah, man,
but why I am saying.
No, but what we are saying to you, it is not the responsibility of the presiding officer nor the supervisor to ensure that the candidate's agent is there. They don't have to wait.
That is why I'm saying to you, if somebody else.
No, they don't have to wait on you.
Anything could happen tonight, you know.
No, man, listen.
Designated person. So that is why I'm saying, asking for the names overnight, I think, it's not, in my view, it's premature.
No, it's not overnight. It's days before, sometime all a week before, 2 weeks before election.
That is premature.
Well,
that is premature.
Well, what we are saying to you is that we don't give it until we have to. Because also, caller, what I want to say, even when you give a name on election morning, you can change that person.
Good. And if you can change it, it doesn't make sense to give the TR and all of that, because that might complicate the payment process.
What happened is that even though the person you submit get the pay, then you still pay who you put there. So it can change, all right?
But apart from that, looking at it now, based on what we are seeing here, it means that Paul Buchanan, in case, when we are here, no, it's like, in case again, because it's your
Hold on a little bit.
Agent.
Hold on a little bit. Claudette Palmer. What you said no, Colin? What you saying no, Colin, about? Go ahead, caller.
Yes. It's your indoor agent. That is one of the key things that the indoor agent is supposed to do. When the poll done, are 2 things we know indoor agent do. You say the ballot box, what seal them put on it, them put seal over the top, the side, everything.
Yeah, man,
but also that pink piece of paper, which is the official count, they are supposed to gather that piece of paper with their life.
Hold on, caller. That's not the official count. That's the preliminary count.
That's not the preliminary count. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
That piece of paper where them get, them supposed to gather to them life.
All right, sir.
Because that is why they are there. For Paul Buchanan can't find 3 money, it means that indoor agent, something wrong.
Yeah, man, that indoor agent have questions to answer.
Yes, something wrong.
Yeah, definitely.
And it's definitely weak in case.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't weaken his case, because that indoor agent will now have to go to court also as a witness. Doesn't weaken his case. But it's just that we are going to know if that indoor agent sell our soul or him soul, we are going to know.
And the thing about it, still thinking about it, that piece of paper is not like you sign on each piece of the paper, you know. You sign and it is carbonated, so it prints out.
Yes.
So once all of them sign, they preside it would have to be a massive collusion between everybody in that polling division. Meaning,
watch this, caller.
The poll clerk, all of them.
Caller, when I train my workers, I mean, I really want to take tail out of school, but I'm going to tell you what I tell them. You see, when I train my workers, I tell them this. I say the presiding officer are labor right, the poll clerk are labor right, the supervisor are labor right. You are the only PNP in there. So you can't take no chance. That's how we train them. Not necessarily that it is always so, but there are cases.
You have to be on your guard.
There are cases where it is so. All right, my brother. Thanks for the call.
Yeah, man. Cool.
All right. Bless up. 876-804-7072. Somebody in the chat room said we're confusing people. What are you confused about? I think we have been very clear on how the operation work on election day. Yes, sir. Good evening. Welcome to the show.
Oh, Colin, good evening.
Yes.
A little anecdote of thing. I don't know if you remember, right? Years ago, you see, the Jamaica Tennis Association had some election for president or somebody. And at the end, now this is not a big body of people, you know, because you know, tennis is our elite sport, right?
Yeah, a little bit
Only
of people.
that Jamaica play tennis. And I don't know if you remember, Colin, when the votes were tallied, there were more votes than the amount of people that actually voted. I don't know if you remember that.
I remember that situation. I think it touch on her. I remember something to that effect. I think so.
Yes. And we're talking about a minute body of people.
Yes.
So I just say that to say that anything is possible. That's what I want to call it. Say, you see, money is the root of all evil. You understand me? And you see, and this is the thing, you know, why I admire with Jamaica, we make sure we pay our judges well. We make sure we pay certain people well.
Yeah.
Give them new car, because we are trying to keep them on that little thing where, you know, somebody can bribe them. That's why you make sure, say, in certain professions, you don't have people that have any vulnerability, so they could be so them people can get compromised, so people can come at them. You know? But but to bring it back home, I don't know. But the part that is boggling my mind, you see, I'm Bucky. We know Bucky, because John's son come from Australia, used to go Wilbers, all of that. How come you see, Colin, in where that those votes came from for the Prime Minister? They want to say not even one PNP to live over there?
Mm-hmm.
Because from what I'm hearing, all those votes that came in and were tallied, all those votes that went to the Prime Minister like that?
Well,
I don't understand the part.
That is what Paul Buchanan is going to investigate and taking to the courts.
Yeah.
All right.
Know? So that because I don't know the shenanigans. I'm learning so much now. That's why I feel you need to be back in school, you know, and maybe even the voting process and all of that, because a lot of people are not up pay with what actually takes place. I'm so glad that I'm explaining to you show this evening, because I never know that the voting entails. So I was over there before 7 o'clock, because I'm from South St. Andrew.
Yeah.
I go over there early. And I saw all them people, I don't know them, but the names that you're talking, I remember like this one particular gentleman, like him was the head cook and backer washer. You know, when himself, just bear with me, him have to do this, him have to do that, and him have to check that eyes cross, he's check. So I saw I was outside, you know, but you know, now looking at the classroom, you could see that they're very busy, and people with them paper, and even the JLP operative was not there, and he make sure so them come and them sit down there, and all of that. So it's a very tedious process.
You see,
to the end of it where you're going and then
there are some things that we need to look at going forward. And somebody just write it in the chat room. Why voters in party colors turning up to vote? Why we need to do that? We shouldn't have nobody coming to vote in any party colors.
You set up yourself. Like a constituency like mine, so St. Andrew, the Bastion, so whatever. And people still don't intervene. We don't know why people go over there and, you know, you think you have to. But when you go into certain constituencies, because that was part and parcel of what them say happened in certain constituencies, where because people showed up dressed in party colors, they were liable to be easily ostracized, for want of a better word. You can't come into criminal where, you know, people can pick you out
I think we need to stop allowing people to vote without ID too. You want to vote, go get your ID.
Yes.
We need to put a system in place where people get their ID. Yes. Mail it to them, send it to them, make people have them ID. You know, no ID, nobody vote, brother.
Yeah. My son died 2 years ago, you see, Colin, and his name was still on the voters list. You understand me?
Yeah.
The little card come and all of that. His name was still on the voters list. So all that too. I remember too, you know, Colin, we had heard the thing that the RGB was breached, like going into the election. You remember that?
Yes.
That the RGB was breached.
That was the same Friday when the police them supposed to vote, no? Or the Thursday?
Yes. the RGD was breached. So you know what? Sometimes you see things happen, but it's a learning moment. Whole heap of things need to be changed. By the time the next election comes around, that I just say you can't vote without your ID. Me live near. I just me go there early because me know those are gonna come without ID and we can't take the long process. So I went early. I was like 15 line. So like you say, Colin, you know, have your ID, you don't want to be free, deny anybody them constitutional right. Come here, people talk about voting is a privilege. People voting is not a privilege.
It's a right.
Constitutional
it's
right.
a right. It's
That's
not
the
a privilege.
That's the only thing that makes you in a lower St. Andrew and somebody upper St. Andrew equal on that day.
One man, one vote. Anyway, thanks, caller. Thanks for the call. Give somebody else a chance. We're wrapping up. Yeah, man. Blessings. Hello, good evening.
Yes, Colin.
Welcome. No, but I hold on, caller. I believe that we need to cut it out. The party colors on election day, we need to cut it out. And I tell you why. We know, you and I know, that it is one of the way that them use. A man coming I'm green and he's accommodated, or a man coming I'm orange and he's accommodated a certain way. We know it needs to stop and we need to look at these things. Go ahead, caller.
Yes, Colin.
They're idiot. People. Caller, on election day we wear what color we wear? Pink and black shirt, and we had some people criticizing us that we weren't wearing PNP color on election day. Go ahead, caller.
Yes, Colin. I must commend you guys because a lot of us don't know about the procedures when it come on to the voting process. All we know we need to go vote.
Yes.
So that's very, very informative.
Thank you.
And I've learned a lot from your program. That's why I tune in every time you come on, right?
Thank you, sir.
And as to the PM polling division, come with a matchman. As I said, I always crunch numbers. And I was quite taken aback when I look at the number that I crunch. Because the first 87 boxes, when you average per box, it's average 110.6. When the 105 boxes were counted, it averaged 114.4. The last 18 boxes have an average of 132.1. Okay, you can see the great disparity between 114 and 132.
Yeah.
That makes no sense to me.
And is it, I didn't remember to ask Obi what was the voter turnout in that constituency, but somebody was telling me it was about 92%.
Yeah, roundabout, because I looked at the numbers and in terms of both, now ends up to be I think 9,629, something like that. The 87 boxes first. The second thing I want to talk to you about is because we have been doing a lot of investigation about some of those members of the JLP.
Yeah.
I looked at since that incident with the commissioner and the chairman, I started looking into some things. And I found some very interesting stuff. The present commissioner, because I am a Myconian.
Yeah.
And I'm a JP for the Kingston 5 area.
Mm-hmm.
So I get information both from the college and from the Crossroads police station. The present commissioner used to attend Michael and almost disembundled with one of his fellow students and went off to the US. Interestingly, when he returned, there was no record of that incident. When I checked, I found out that the then Assistant Commissioner, Ellington, is his uncle.
You lost
so
me.
It's very interesting.
Me lost.
Okay.
Come again. You lost me totally.
The present commissioner used to attend Michael Teachers College.
The present one.
Michael Teachers. Present. Okay.
Yeah.
The record shows, because I get the information from the college itself and from the Crossroads police station, that there was an incident where he actually cut out the belly of a fellow student. And before anything could have been done, he went to the United States.
Hold on. Where you said this present commissioner? Yeah?
Yes.
Cut out the belly of a student of my
fellow student. Yes. And I have the facts, and I just talk because I.
Hold on, caller. What is your name, sir?
My name is Dave, sir.
Your name is what?
Dave.
Dave. Hold on, Dave. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, good evening. Hello? Yeah, Dave.
Yeah. And he went away to the United States. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
When he returned and started studying, and he checked, there was no record of that at any police station or anything. When I checked, when he returned, the person who was assistant commissioner at the time was his uncle, Ellington.
So you're saying that this present commissioner of police, Mr. Dr. Blake,
yes,
former commissioner Ellington is his uncle?
Yes.
How will you say? I never know that.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of people don't know, and I see people are doing a lot of us doing research. And I just started maybe do some check. Because I have a master's degree in criminal justice. You understand?
Yeah.
So certain things when I miss some people come to me.
Somebody say I true the man attack. And the next Dorina say I heard it and it's true. Talk to me.
Yes. Because when I wake up this morning, I see where him say the commissioner dismissed the chairman. But I said that first of all, he doesn't have the authority to dismiss the man.
That's my understanding too.
Legally, because that man was appointed by his members of his own fraternity.
It was a vote. Isn't it a vote that put him there?
Yes, but from members of his own peers.
Right. Yeah, man.
And he represents the rank and file members.
So he was elected.
Right. So he represented the rank and file members
up to assistant commissioner, right? Not the commissioner.
Not the commissioner. So he has no legal right to do what he did. So when I see that, I said, no, something is wrong. So I started doing some digging up. And that's why I put all this information. You understand? So it just look at it, and we know the connections. This set of the new government don't start yet, but it just shows the corruption, the nepotism,
cronyism,
and everything cronyism that is taking place in this country and among those people. So I think we really need to do some more thorough investigation into that commissioner of police.
What will you not say? That is news.
Boss.
Thank you for the call, my brother.
No problem, boss.
One love.
Yes.
Well, you teach me something to them. I never know, say, Ellington is Blake's uncle. And you hear the man talk about that incident from long time. I'm still waiting on the bloggers and the vloggers who were disrespecting my Portland family. I mean, I talk about blood family. I mean, I talk about Portland family as a makeup. My real family. Hello, good evening. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show.
Mr. Bell, that's true, man. From last year, we never hear about it, man. Say, Ellington Navy, man.
So you did hear saying cut out man belly too?
No, me hear the argument this morning from a different in blogger. But from last year, we are aware that in Blake was Ellington
nephew. Nephew.
Yeah.
I never know
But
that.
the
That's
second
news
time,
to
no, me I hear the argument in the cut out somebody. The second time,
well,
no,
at the
me I hear.
first me I hear all of that. I mean, I have no evidence, me I have no proof. Yeah.
But me, the uncle thing now, nephew uncle thing, a fact.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well, I see a whole heap of people. I say yes, it's true.
Yeah, man. All right.
All right, my brother. Respect.
Yeah, man.
I'm still waiting on the bloggers. I want to tell them. I'm see some people on some TikTok. I ask some questions. Tell them that I am on YouTube, Portland Spice TV, every Tuesday and Wednesday evening, 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. Every Saturday morning, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. I am live on Portland Spice TV. Come for me. Me not hide. Me there. Come with no arguments. Make we give you truth for your breakfast, truth for your lunch, and truth for your dinner. We're going to give you a belly full of truth. Make you puke when you can't take no more truth. This has been the Colin Bell Show for yet another Tuesday evening. If you have not yet subscribed to Portland Spice TV, I ask you to subscribe, like, and share. Share this channel with everybody in your contact. Share this channel with your family. And I'm also asking you for a follow on TikTok. It's Shaka Fame at TikTok. SHACKAFAME. That's my TikTok. Please give me a follow. May they close to 10,000. More I reach up them. I beg you a follow. Carla, good evening.
Good evening, Shaka Fame. What go on, brother?
Me there, you know, man. Where I say?
Yeah, me a call from Galtigo Bay.
Galtigo Bay.
Yeah, all right.
You couldn't give you a next seat down the man. What happened to Andre, Dr. Arton? Me not think Dr. Arton would have come through.
Hold on, me explain something. All over the world, the whole world are here. All right. The thing is, no, me no want nobody know say I'm middle castle, but you know, what me see, me live in a one yard where who did PMP and JP, brother. And if Andrea and even coming at the era, I don't think they must stay too long. Because from the last time, people didn't switch. So, as what me I say, but I advise Andrea and if you don't leave, just stay up on the ground. How much you get beat by? 200?
You know, so I'm not sure. I'm not sure I'm figures.
The thing is, believe in our era, we are calling him took a earth.
Yeah.
But as I say, I think him should stay up on the ground. Don't give up. But until all I know say, I take Mark Golden to carry this thing or court because I think this election wrapped up by we call it EOJ. Something all right, brother. Because Desmond McKenzie was saying in surrender Jamaica to the PMP. That speak for itself. So
yeah, remember Desmond McKenzie said that.
Yes. So if you look into it, things the man them say man ended up have them plan.
Yeah.
I remember say, Andrew say, and go do everything in their power for don't let PNP get their hand on the economy and get into office. That clear.
So them all do things.
So all now if you do get back to the drawing board. Maybe the advice is not to make Mark Golding stay. Don't make him step down.
All right,
because
sir.
If Mark Golding step down, I think he got cause problem at the PMP again.
And we don't want no disunity, you know. So yeah, me understand you.
But no say the man win the Parish Council election.
Yes.
Then the man take it from 14 go what
28. Yeah, man, 100%. Well done, so, Mark Golding.
So even if Andrew beat him, Mark Golding never get those out like Peter Phillips to get those out because Peter Phillips was fighting for power. So me know nobody bash Mark Golding. The man and Dayton can work hard. So,
yeah, man.
Give them thanks, give them a clap.
All right, sir. No respect and thanks, yeah?
Yeah, so just take that as a lesson. Please,
all
trust
right,
me.
Man.
Take foolish advice.
Blessings.
All right.
All right, let me say thanks to all the callers. Thanks to Conrad O'Brien. Once again, please remember to like, share, and subscribe right here on Portland Spice TV. check out my TikTok angle. Shaka Fame at TikTok. Make certain you give us a follow on TikTok. Final call. Good evening, caller.
Colin,
Yes.
just one thing before you go. But I want you to name the losers who lost their seat on the jail piece. And come here, everybody that now know who lose their seat.
All right. Who lose them seat on the
14
jail?
losers, right? When you name them.
All right.
Know them.
All right. Tomorrow evening, I name them. Come right. I'm have all of the name them. Right. Yeah? Blessings. Tomorrow evening, I will name all the losers. Thanks, everybody. May the good Lord continue to bless and keep you. Make his face shine upon you and be gracious unto you. The Lord lift up his light and give you his peace. Until we meet again, this has been the Colin Bell Show. One love, my people. Blessings.